I found another entry this morning. Same handwriting, same ink, same journal I've kept since I moved back home. I just don't remember writing it. This is Hollow Thoughts. I started keeping a journal 3 months ago when I moved back into my childhood home to take care of my mother. The house hasn't changed. Same creaking stairs, same yellow light in the kitchen that never felt warm enough. The same smell of something old, something tired, something that's been waiting in the walls since before I was born. I thought keeping a journal would help me stay grounded, that if I wrote down what happened each day, I'd be able to hold on to it. Because the days here, they blur together. They always have, in this house, even when I was a child. I remember that, or I think I remember that. That's the problem with memory, isn't it? You can't tell the difference between something you actually remember and something you've convinced yourself happened. The brain fills in gaps, invents details, smooths over the edges. You don't notice until you compare your memory to someone else's and realize you've been living in different versions of the same life. The first entry I don't remember writing appeared 2 weeks after I moved in. I found it in the morning, between 2 pages I definitely remembered. A single paragraph, neat handwriting, my handwriting. It said I had gotten up at 3 a.m., that I had stood in my mother's doorway for 20 minutes, just watching her sleep, that I had counted her breaths and waited for one that didn't come. I don't remember doing that. I would remember something like that. The waiting, the counting. I told myself I must have been sleepwalking, half awake, acting out a dream. That happens when you're stressed, when you're not sleeping well, when you're alone in a house with someone who doesn't always know who you are. That's what I told myself, and I believed it, because the alternative was believing I had done something I couldn't recall. And if you can do things without knowing, if you can move through the world, make choices, act on impulses you don't even know you have, then who are you really? What part of you is actually in control? My mother doesn't remember much anymore. She knows my face most of the time, but she asks questions, the same questions. Where I went to school, what year it is, whether my father is still alive. He isn't. He's been gone for 7 years. I tell her that every time she asks, and every time she looks at me like I'm delivering news, fresh grief, over and over. Some days I wonder if I should lie, tell her he's at work, tell her he'll be home soon. It would be kinder, maybe, but I keep telling the truth, even though it hurts her. I don't know why. Maybe I need someone else to remember, even if she forgets again by morning. Maybe I need to hear myself say it, so I know it's real. The journal entries kept appearing, always in my handwriting, always in my ink, always describing things I had no memory of doing. One said I had moved the photographs on the mantle, rearranged them so the oldest pictures were in the back, faces she wouldn't recognize first, faces that would take time to reach. Another said I had stood outside her door for an hour, not moving, not knocking, just listening, waiting to see if she would call my name. She didn't. The entry said I was relieved. I don't know what that means. Why would I be relieved? I called my sister after the 4th entry. She lives 3 states away. I haven't visited in over a year. She asks how Mom is doing, but she doesn't ask the right follow-up questions. She doesn't want details. She wants confirmation that someone else is handling it. I asked her if Mom and I used to fight. She paused. A long pause. The kind where you can hear someone choosing their words. She said, of course we did. Everyone fights with their mother. But when I asked if she remembered anything specific, something bad, something I might have blocked out, she asked me why I was really calling. And I couldn't answer, because I didn't know. I just knew I was looking for something, some explanation, some reason I might be losing time, some proof that I wasn't becoming someone else. The house is quiet now. My mother sleeps most of the day. She wakes up disoriented. She calls me by names I don't recognize. Names from before. Friends, maybe. Or people she knew when she was young. Or people she invented. I answer all of them. It's easier. And lately, it feels right. Not pretending, just stepping into a different shape. Letting myself be whoever she needs me to be. I didn't used to do that. I remember being stubborn about my name, correcting her every time. But I stopped. I don't remember deciding to stop. I just did. The entries have been getting longer, more detailed. Last week I found one that described an argument, my mother and I, voices raised, her backing away. The entry said I told her she was being difficult, that she was doing this on purpose, that she was punishing me for coming back. I don't remember saying those things. I don't think I would ever say those things. But the handwriting was steady, calm, like whoever wrote it had no doubt they were being reasonable. My mother has started locking her bedroom door at night. I noticed last Tuesday the soft click when I passed her room. I asked her about it the next morning. She smiled and said she likes the quiet, but she was looking past me when she said it, just to the left of my face, the way you look at someone when you're not sure what they'll do. I told myself it was dementia, that she was confused, that she probably doesn't remember who I am at night, that she locks the door because she thinks she's alone. But I've been watching her during the day, and sometimes when she doesn't know I'm looking, she seems sharp, too sharp, like she's choosing what to forget. There's an entry from 3 days ago that I've read 11 times. It says I went into the kitchen at 2 a.m. I opened the medicine cabinet. I took out her sleeping pills and held them in my palm for a long time, that I thought about how easy it would be. The entry doesn't say what would be easy. It just stops, mid-thought, like something interrupted, or like the person writing it didn't want to finish the sentence. I searched the kitchen. No evidence, no missing pills, nothing out of place. But I stood there in the morning light, staring at the cabinet, and I couldn't remember being anywhere else. I couldn't remember waking up, going to the kitchen, leaving. There was just a blank space, and my hand on the counter, and the taste of something in my mouth I couldn't name. My mother looked at me differently this morning, not with confusion, something closer to recognition, like she was seeing me clearly for the first time in weeks. She reached out, took my hand, held it gently, and she said, "I know it's hard, what's happening to you, but you don't have to pretend with me." I didn't ask what she meant. I didn't want her to answer. I was afraid she would describe someone I don't recognize, someone I'm becoming, or someone I already am. I've started reading back through the entire journal, from the beginning, and the more I read, the less I trust it. Not because the entries are wrong, but because they're too consistent. The handwriting never shakes. The tone never shifts, even when the content is dark, even when it describes things I wouldn't do, thoughts I wouldn't think. The voice is calm, patient, like someone who knows exactly what they're doing, like someone who planned this. But I don't plan things. I react. I get overwhelmed. I forget. That's who I am, isn't it? There's an entry near the middle of the journal that I keep going back to. It says, "I'm not sure anymore. I think I've been writing things I don't remember thinking, or thinking things I don't remember writing. There used to be a difference. Now I can't find the seam." I don't remember writing that, but I believe it, more than I've believed anything in months. I stopped sleeping well a while ago. I don't know exactly when. The nights run together. I lie in my old bedroom, staring at the ceiling, listening to the house settle. Sometimes I get up. I walk the hallway. I stand outside her door, just stand there. I don't know why. I tell myself I'm checking on her, making sure she's breathing, being a good child. But sometimes I don't remember leaving my room. I just found myself there, in the dark, hand on the door. And I don't know how long I've been waiting, or what I'm waiting for. I don't believe in possession. I don't believe in ghosts. I believe in the brain, in how fragile it is, and how easily it turns against itself. My mother's mind is dissolving. I've watched it happen. The words leaving first, then the faces, then the years, and I keep thinking, what if it runs in families? What if I'm watching my own future? What if I'm already further along than I think, and I just don't know it yet because the part of me that would notice has already gone quiet? I found a new entry this morning, one sentence, written clearly in the center of the page. It said, "She doesn't recognize you anymore. That's okay. You don't recognize yourself either." I held the journal in both hands. I tried to remember writing it. I tried so hard, but there was nothing there. Just a blank space where a thought should be. And something else, something underneath, something that I've been writing while I sleep, something patient, something to watch, something waiting for me to stop fighting and let it finish becoming me. I don't know who I'm talking to now. Maybe no one. Maybe you. Maybe whatever part of me is still keeping track. If you're still listening, if any of this felt familiar, not because it's happened to you exactly, but because you understand the shape of it, the way a mind can become a stranger inside its own house, then maybe you know why I'm still talking. Why can't I stop? If this reached you, if you found yourself still here at the end, I'd like to know I wasn't speaking into nothing. Leave a thought below if you're willing, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing to Hollow Thoughts. Not for me, for the next person who needs to hear that someone understands. I'm going to put the journal down now. I'm going to close my eyes, and in the morning, I'll check the pages again and see what I wrote.